Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to cover a breath anchor, okay? A breath anchor is where we're going to teach you a 4-second inhale, 6-second exhale breathing pattern, and we're going to do 5 cycles of this pre-practice. So as we go through the breath anchor, I'm going to explain kind of what it is and what we're doing. So today we're going to install a tool that we use before practice, before innings, anytime that you feel rushed, and we call it the breath anchor. Okay, the goal isn't to get calm, right, or perfectly calm. It's to kind of get back in control of the task at hand. So even in a stressful situation, we can still take this breath anchor, regroup, and then get back to the next play. So ideally, we're going to do it for 5 cycles. Again, we inhale for 4, exhale for 6. So when your exhale is longer than your inhale, it helps your body shift out of the revved up mode and makes it easier for you to focus on the next pitch, the next rep, and your plan. So what we want to do is we want to sit or stand tall with our feet flat on the floor, shoulders loose, our jaw relaxed, our hands relaxed, just put them in our lap. Our eyes are going to be soft or closed, just not really looking at anything, but just kind of in our own little zone. And then we're going to work on the breath. We want to breathe in quietly through the nose and then slow and steady out through the mouth. So, and the thing I'll note here is if you have any dizziness or lightheadedness after this, you can kind of shorten your count. But let's do a practice rep here together, okay? So I'm going to count. You guys breathe in. So ready and go. In through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that exhale, I want to be a slow, gradual, quiet exhale. As you feel that, you can feel the tension lift off you, okay? So your only job is to follow the count. Okay, so now we're going to go through a full guided practice here. Okay, takes about 2 to 3 minutes, but we're going to do 5 full cycles of the inhale and exhale. Then after cycle 5, we're going to take one good normal breath and we're going to be locked in. This is our pre-game routine and something that we can go to 1 breath, 3 breaths, 5 breaths in a game situation, in a school situation, anything where we're amped up and super high anxiety or really stressed. This is something you can do to kind of recalm yourself and get back under control. All right, so let's do this together. Okay, I'll count and you guys do the breathing. Right? Number 1, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One normal breath. And we're done. So I'm kind of curious how that feels for you. So feel free to drop a note and let me know how that feels for you. But now that we have this breath cycle and we take our relaxed, controlled breath at the end, we want to give ourselves a cue word. Whether it's, now I'm ready, game on, attack, be smooth. Whatever that breath anchor cue is, we want to save it there at the end and kind of remind ourselves. So what I want you to think of is like the breath is the anchor if you're in a boat scenario, right? The breath is the anchor to kind of keep us steady. The cue word is the steering wheel. That helps us get back on track and take us where we want to go. So when you take this breath, I'm kind of curious, did you notice the tension in your body? Was it more or less? Hopefully less. And then also, did your mind wander? Like, did you start to think about stuff that wasn't baseball related, right? And then that's normal, but then how fast could you come back in? So that's the repetition of it. So noticing that your mind did wander and returning it back to the task at hand, that's the actual skill. So here's your assignment for the week, okay? Before every practice, we're going to do 5 cycles of the 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Should take you minute and a half And even if you're in a loud environment, do this anyway, quietly off to the side, or even get a teammate to do it with you. And then I want you to rate it at the end. You know, on a scale of 1 to 5, how confident are you that you'll do this before practice every week? What would make it 4 to 5 times better for you? Like, can you pair it with putting on your cleats or doing it with your teammate? So for me, I did this in college. I didn't really do it in high school much because I wasn't aware of it, but I started doing it in college, and I would do it in my locker. We had like a locker room with a locker, and I would get fully dressed and I would sit in my locker and stare into my locker, and I would do it there. Then I would go down. We would do our batting practice, our infield outfield routine. We get everything ready for the game. And then I would go back into the dugout and sit down. I would go through this process again after our preparation, right before the game started, to make sure that I was totally locked in and ready to go. So from a game transfer standpoint, anytime you feel rushed mid-game, like if you're on the mound or you just made an error, like go through one cycle of this, right? 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. It'll help you re-pitch on the next pitch. Okay, so this is a great breathing tool that we use to really center ourselves. And this is also something that we used when I was on the SWAT team with ATF. These were some of the things that we would do when we would get the call, like, hey, we're 30 seconds out. You'd see a couple of us go through these deep breathing cycles, kind of really calm our mind, calm our emotion before we get the signal to execute. And then we roll out of the truck and start doing our thing. So this breath takes place in a lot of different places. It can be used for a lot of different things, but you should feel a physical weight lifted off your chest and shoulders when you do this. So I'm excited to see you guys apply this, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.